Okay, we will continue with the project schedule management. We have completed three-point estimations. We have completed 3-point estimation in the last slide. Now, next is bottom-up estimating. Bottom-up estimating means in the work breakdown structure, we are breaking down the project into its lowest component, that is tasks. We start estimating from the top level, task level to integrate into top level, so that it is called bottom up, from bottom to top. Total estimation can be done like that also. Then data analysis, you have to analyze data available, project management plan, project documents, all those things. Decision making techniques, take decisions, meetings related to estimation. Then outputs, duration estimates for each task. How much is the duration? That is the duration estimation. Basis of estimates, and on what basis the estimate has done, whether it is 3-point basis or bottom up, like that. Then project documents gets updated. This is the estimate activity duration process. Next process is develop schedule. This is very important process. Here we are, entire schedule is preparing for the project. Project management plan. Input is project management plan, project documents, then agreements, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. To get the continuity, you have to see my entire video right from the beginning. Then only you will get that connectivity. Tools and techniques. Scheduled network analysis. We have seen the network diagram, so that scheduled network analysis can be done. Critical path method. Here it comes critical path method. What is critical path method? From the activity diagram, we can find out the longest duration path through a network diagram, which represents the shortest time to complete the project without delay. There is a technique for finding it out, that's called forward pass and backward pass. Here from that, total float can be find out, and also critical path also can be find out. This is explained in very detail in my article. You can go through that link I have shown you in the beginning. So what is a float? Total float, that is slack, the amount of time an activity can be delayed without delaying the project. End date or intermediary milestone. What is free float? Slack, the amount of time an activity can be delayed without delaying the start of its successor. That's what. The amount of time an activity can be delayed without delaying the start of its successor. Then project float, the amount of time a project can be delayed without delaying the externally imposed project completion date. These are regarding floats. So critical path method, you can find out, you can read out from my article. It is explained clearly in my article in that URL. Then resource optimization techniques. There are resource optimization, that is, we need to give only correct resources, right number of resources for doing a job. There is no point in giving more resources to a small job. That's resource optimization. Then data analysis, leads and lags, we have already explained. Schedule compression. Schedule can be compressed by doing sequential activities in a parallel manner. So that is, compression. Compression is a special case of mathematical analysis to shorten the project schedule without changing the project scope. There are two types of crashing. Compression. First one is crashing. Cost and schedule trade-offs are analyzed to determine how to obtain the greatest amount of compression for the least incremental cost. Fast tracking. Doing activities in parallel that would normally be done in sequence. Fast tracking often results in rework and usually increased risk. These are the compression techniques. Again, you can understand clearly from my article. Given in the PM World. Published in the PM World. Then project management information system is a software. Then agile releasing plan. Outputs. Schedule baseline. So we have prepared a approved schedule, approved duration. Approved schedule is the schedule baseline. Then project schedule, schedule data, project calendars, change request, project management plan, updates, project documents updates. These are the output in the schedule. Then comes controlling schedule. Here, if anything goes out of track, even schedule goes out of track, we have to bring it back to the normal track. For that, this process is used. Inputs, project management plan, project documents, work performance data, organizational process assets. All these are familiar. Tools and techniques, data analysis, you know that, critical path method, project management information system, it's a software like Primavera or MS Office, MS Project. Resource optimization, we have discussed, leads and lags, and schedule compression. All these things we have discussed. Outputs, work performance information, the present status of the work, that is work performance information. Schedule forecasts, you can forecast certain things. We can by crashing or compressing, we can finish the work earlier, something like that. Change request, whenever a change comes through integrated change control, we have to do it, execute it, rework and execute. For that, change requests. In each case, here, whenever a change comes, project management plan gets updated, project documents gets updated. So this is about scheduled management